Hi friends, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Oscar from Puerto Vallarta. Nice to see you again. Is there everything okay with the audio? Please let me know. As you can see, there is the video. The introduction of the video is from Miss Maloya. Ok, un momentito. Ok, ya, excelente. Excellent. Let's wait for more people connect. I think we are just a few people. I have news for you. This this next month, well, this February, this last week, it's gonna be great because we have news about COVID. Hola Teresa. We have news about COVID here in Puerto Vallarta. The authorities said that we are turned now to yellow color. So that is great because there is a lot of people here in Puerto Vallarta, a lot of people in Nuevo Vallarta, in Sayulita, in San Pancho, in Bucerias. Is all crowded. They say the COVID cases are going down very fast, and that is great news. If you plan your vacation the rest of February or March, April, it's great, good to go. Here almost there is no news about COVID cases because the government right now is focused more on recovery or economy. But we are now, or hotels, businessmen of the hotels, restaurants, the owners, and other business that it's directly affected by the tourism. Now they are afraid because it's coming the low season. Low season start in April, and we open the low season with Semana Santa or the Easter. Here in Mexico we call Semana Santa. Is 1 week. A lot of Mexicans, and I think, or a lot of people think that that's why we're going to turn the lower risk right now. Well, it's gonna apply the next week. We are in orange. Next Monday gonna be yellow, and I think in March is gonna be green. So low cases. So the thing is right now. It's a lot of people here. A lot of people enjoy Puerto Vallarta, so that is great. Jose Luis is asking, Oscar, is Las Mojoneras a good neighborhood? No, no. Las Mojoneras, no, I don't think so. No, you don't stay to rent in Las Mojoneras. No, avoid that neighborhood, please. It's only for locals. Yeah. And well, another thing that I want to say you, the first obvious, the cases of coronavirus here, we are good. But another thing is I want to apologize because you have no videos from my channel from me because I have a lot of customers. Thank to you that you hire me. Thank you very much to all my subscribers, my sponsors, all the people. You are here. Some of you are here in Puerto Vallarta. So we did some tours. We did some excursion. We check all the neighborhoods here in Puerto Vallarta and all the bay. Thank you very much for hiring me. This was a very busy week. Thank you very much. Um, I was busy since the last Sunday, so it's amazing. Only one day for rest. That is great. That is awesome. Thank you very much. That's why it's because I don't put any kind of video. I have a lot of customers here. Thank you very much. But next week is gonna be more lazy week, only two customers. So I'm gonna give you more detailed information. There is more security issues, not in Puerto Vallarta, but just around Puerto Vallarta. Maybe you don't see the local news, but there is some issues in the north of Nayarit. There is more presence of bad guys, and the army, National Guard is it's over there. To the south in Manzanillo, well, in the Colima states, more presence of bad guys, and to the west, to San Sebastian, Tomatlan, and Talpa, we have more presence of bad guys. So we have security issues, not here in Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Vallarta is still very safe, very safe. But I'm gonna give you more detailed information maybe in the next week, because I want to see what's going on the next days. But we are okay here in Puerto Vallarta. I noticed more movement, more presence of the National Guard, the Army, in the north of Sayulita, San Pancho, but this is still safe. Yesterday I was in a tour with customers, and we did great, very safe. I feel very safe. More presence of the security is great, but yes, the army is fighting right now in Michoacan state, and it's cleaning a lot of village and towns over there that normally Michoacan is too dangerous. But yeah, the good guys are acting, and the bad guys too. So it's only that. But here in Puerto Vallarta, we are great, great. The tourism is growing and growing. A lot of people, and it's great. Onco Choco says, "Hola Oscar, ¿cómo estás? Hola, how are you? Hola, I'm fine." Jose Luis is asking, I read they are doing alcohol breath checks now in PB. Is this true? Yes, Joe Willis, Jose Luis, always, well, since 9 years ago, the government is doing that. It's like a checkpoint, because we want to prevent accidents with the drunk people. But yes, there is several checkpoints. One in the Nissan, with the dealer Nissan, the cars, is in the Estadio, in the Estadio curb, to take the boulevard. Is one over there. Normally, is one over there, and there is more in all the city. But normally for the downtown, that's the only one. And another part is on the tunnel route. There is another one over there. But yes, I think it's great. There is a lot of accident for people irresponsible for driving and drink. So it's great. But yeah, normally they do. Semana Santa here. It's coming Semana Santa here in Mexico, in Puerto Vallarta. There is a lot of presence of security, National Guard. Why? Because there is a lot of Mexican, there is a lot of people, and they want to stay safe, everybody here in Puerto Vallarta. There is more things, the the businessmen here in Puerto Vallarta, they worry because it's coming to the end. We have like 2 months more for high season, and then is the lower season. But with the COVID situation and a lot of cancellation, now reschedule their vacation from Canadians or Americans. Maybe we can have still more visitors even in the low season. But yes, this is the what's happening right now. Other thing that I want to tell you about Puerto Vallarta, it's we are very nice on the COVID thing. We are doing great job. Encourage to come in here to plan your vacation to Puerto Vallarta. It's still very safe. Nayarit has no restriction right now. You can go to Nayarit. I mean, Nuevo Vallarta, Sayulita, Bucerias, almost like no restriction, and that is great. Puerto Vallarta the same, only wearing the mask, and that's it. Only for enter to the business, and in the transportation is mandatory. I mean, bus or taxis or Uber, you must wear the mask, and that's it. But it looks like Puerto Vallarta is live again. We are at maybe 80-90% occupation in the hotel, so that is great. Other thing is a lot of people don't find or asking me because they don't find properties for rent with low budget or low prices, and it's kind of normal because Puerto Vallarta right now is so famous that everybody wants to stay here, and that is the consequence. More visitors, more Canadians, more Americans stay here in Puerto Vallarta, and the rent's going up. Uh, they are building more and more condos every year. So Puerto Vallarta has a lot of potential for build and build and build. So the prices are going up and up and up again. So, but there is a lot of more offers. Puerto Vallarta makes more condos and no more hotels. Puerto Vallarta are it's enough. You can have more options to find more hotels in Punta de Mita, in that over San Pancho, or more over there, Nayarit, some location over there. But here in Puerto Vallarta, there is more and more condos. So my recommendation, if you want to stay here in Puerto Vallarta with low budget, the low season. You want to came here from November to April is over higher prices. It's normal. But the rainy season or the summer hat or even part of the spring, you will find you can start find the lower prices here in Puerto Vallarta. It's difficult to find properties for rent starting $500 fully furnished in front of the beach. That's very difficult. That is very difficult. You could, but there is a little studios with no kitchen. A lot of people tell me, no, it's not true. There is, I know people who is living with $300 per month in the downtown. Yes, but it's a little studio, or it's a room that you are sharing the kitchen, you are sharing the living room, you are sharing the TV, the table. So it's only the studio, it's only the bed. And for $300, that is nonsense. That is ridiculous price. But people take it, and they say, it's cheap. It's not cheap. Well, for the locals, it's not cheap. 300 is like rounded numbers is 6,000 Mexican pesos. My house is 400 um, 400 US dollars, and that is 200, and that is 4,000 Mexican pesos. Unfurnished, but it's in great location, and I'm like 3 blocks away from the beach. But the only way to get lower prices is unfurnished. Think if you want to rent 6 months, rent with no furnish, and you can buy a bed very cheap, refrigerator use one very cheap, a TV very cheap. So just it's lower your standard, because the low rent is like that. It is what it is. Jose Luis is asking, can the infrastructure keep it up to the new building growth? That is the problem, Jose Luis. Another thing, half of Puerto Vallarta has problems with the water system. The me here when I'm living right now, my neighborhood is great. I never have problems with the water system. At least that I remember, I never has problems, because it's very in the middle of Puerto Vallarta, my neighborhood, and I think there is a lot of included romantic zone area affected with the water system with Siapal. The name is Siapal, and that's the problem of growing and build more. The condos on the hills, on Conchas Chinas, on Amapas, on Olas Altas, needs more in infrastructure, and sometimes they take, or they need more pressure for take the water, and they can leave some neighborhoods with water or with the low pressure. So that is the problem right now here in Puerto Vallarta. Be aware of that. If you want to rent, you must be aware of that, because sometimes in the downtown or in romantic zone there is problems with the water. It's always the same history, like 10 years ago, because it's growing so much, and yes, there is a lot of people, there is a lot of money here, but it's all corruption. Where is the money? Or streets are very in bad conditions. We have problem with this, with that, you know. And this is the issue with Puerto Vallarta. We are not rich, and you can see our streets, but it's something, and it's it's always a fake of the authorities. They say, no, let's keep it like a village, like a town, like an old town, because this is that the visitors like it or love it. Yes, but only the downtown, only the tourist areas. All the town is in bad shape. Just fix it, all the roads here in deeper inside Puerto Vallarta. And so it's the same story. It's always that we suffer. Puerto Vallarta needs more about to fix several problems, and you may think, you be aware when you try to retire here in Puerto Vallarta. There is some obviously great neighborhood, Cinco de Diciembre. My neighborhood is Valentín Gómez Farías, or La Vena, or Versalles, or Díaz Ordaz, or Fluvial, Arales. That's great neighborhoods, obviously, but there is always some problem with each neighborhood. So be aware of that when you are to retire and renting long time. Here, that is the problem here in Puerto Vallarta. But with all that, it's always nice to live here. The quality of life here in Puerto Vallarta, obviously, if you have enough money, it's great. For a family, or 4 people, I mean 2 adults, 2 kids, I think average budget is like, I don't know, for living great, $2,000 per month, or a little bit more, 3,000. And if you want to struggle, is 10 thousand US dollar. It's more difficult, but you can have some properties for rent here. Like Jose Luis is asking, Mojoneras, you can find some houses in Mojoneras for, I don't know, 100 US dollars, but I don't recommend it. There is a lot of people living over there. There is gonna be bad people. I mean, it's because it's the neighborhood is very poor, and sometimes the people are not educated, or they only know to take the things of other people, like stealing, and that is the problem. The main problem here in Puerto Vallarta is burglary, or they gonna steal you something, or they gonna rob you something in your house. Yes, that is the problem. um, that I think that is the main problem. And then another subject that I want to talk with you is there is femicides, a lot of femicides in Jalisco or in Mexico. Maybe you know that the women are more attacked than the men's here, and in the machismo, the men's are more, or the women are more, they have more difficult, the woman here in Mexico. It's very, very, sometimes in this situation that is normal, there is more attack to the woman here in Mexico. So I just been doing some research with that, because we have some a woman here in the area disappear, a woman that we don't find it, we don't find her, these ladies. And this is a desperate problem here in the area, and happens more in the side of the Nayarit. It's more often here in Puerto Vallarta too, and that is very scary for the women here. And always that's why I always try to give you, and maybe in the next video is gonna give you more ideas, tips, specifically for the women, for stay safe here in Puerto Vallarta, what you can do, what you can go, or in some difficult scenarios maybe, but or where to go, where to stay. People here in Puerto Vallarta, in Nayarit, it's very nice people, very friendly. Always we are ready to help you, but it's a true, that is true, that is what is happening here in the area. Yeah. I'm sorry. Jose Luis, yes, I'm doing some exercise. I'm doing exercise. I'm lifting weight. I'm running. I'm more strong. I feel more strong with more energy. And maybe it's because that I have a friend. He's a coach. He's my coach right now for exercise, and it's changed me right now my lifestyle, and it's more to the fit, to do exercise, to go more and walking and doing some activities. Los Jardines. Jose Luis is asking, how about the neighborhood of Los Jardines? Jardines. I don't remember that neighborhood. Maybe is Jardines del Pedregal, or I don't know. Send me an email, Jose Luis, for checking this neighborhood. I don't remember that. I think it's too deep in Puerto Vallarta. It's been a while since I don't check those neighborhoods in Puerto Vallarta. Right now is because I'm more busy with my customers and subscribers, and normally I go to the tourist area, or talking about some news here in Puerto Vallarta. But I don't I'm not very sure about that neighborhood. Okay, but give me an email and I give you more information. Okay, if you need Jose Luis, if you're looking for a neighborhood, a good neighborhood, please send me an email. I'm gonna give you more details. If you have in mind one neighborhood, I can help you with that. Okay. And yes, if you have any question, this is the time. And the beaches here in Puerto Vallarta are so beautiful right now. If you don't see my my video of the beginning, it's amazing. It's amazing. You must check it. I'm going to. Oh yeah, near Santa María, barrio Santa María, Los Jardines. Okay. No, I don't recommend you that neighborhood. It's too close from La Lopez, and La Lopez, I don't recommend it. La Lopez neighborhood, when I came here, when I arrived here, was too dangerous neighborhood. Even when where I live right now, it was a little bit dangerous to stay here. You know what happened on those time? I'm talking about 1994. Me as a teenager, and if I was walking here on the streets of Puerto Vallarta, of these neighborhoods, they came to me like one, two guys or three guys, and if they asking you for 5 pesos, 1 peso, or what time is it, forget about your money, forget about your watch, or your tennis shoes. That was the problem over there. And it was very difficult sometimes to go to the school because it was dangerous. And but sometimes we all the friends go together for avoid these guys. And let me give you a perspective what's happened on those days, on those years. The police always or has a presence of police on the high schools, or in the college, or in the schools, because these bad guys offer drugs to the kids. That's a terrible was a terrible problem. Was very difficult in that time, and even the federales go to talk with us on the class about the dangers of the drugs. That was the situation in Puerto Vallarta on that time in 1994. I remember that we saw the federales and policemen, and it was difficult, and we always said, help us, there is a lot of bad guys here walking, and they asking for money. And yes, there is more cops, and the problem right now is over. So Puerto Vallarta is very safe right now. They did a great job, and that's why we have a great city, very safe city. Okay, Jose Luis, you will be my neighborhood. I mean my neighbor. Okay, and Opalon Cassidy is asking, what are the COVID numbers like right now? The COVID numbers is going down. I don't have exactly the statistics, but we turned from orange to yellow, and maybe the next month to green. So it's great to stay here in Puerto Vallarta. Um, for obviously for seniors, there is like you must be more careful because it's the most affected person for the COVID. But in Puerto Vallarta, it's still very safe. As you stay away from crowded areas, avoid bars or clubs, you will be fine. You will be fine. So it's okay to go to the restaurants, to go do some tours, wear your mask, and you will be fine. Don't worry about that. But the COVID numbers are going down, so it's great. It's great, and there is a lot of people. There is a lot of people here in the Malecon. Maybe today. I'm gonna make some take some video because I want to show you. 2 days ago I went to the downtown and I see a lot of people in the bars and the clubs. A lot of people, a lot of people. So could be great idea to you avoid those places if you want to put you in risk, because crowded places there's more chances to get the COVID and the Omicron and the other variants. So just stay away from those places you will find. Yeah, it's a Apollo Young Cassidy says thanks. I still want to come and live once I can fly with my dog. Of course, about your dog. Be aware some restaurant or some places are not pet friendly, and I want to do a video about what are the restaurants that are pet friendly. But if you want to go to the groceries, Plaza Caracol, it's a shopping center that is pet friendly. It's in the North Hotel Zone, and you can bring your dog. Normally, a lot of restaurants they don't allow the pets. It's Mexico is like that. Some properties, some condos don't allow pets. Only the owners can have pets, but not the people who is renting. So be aware of that. Ask for that to with your where you're going to rent before rent. Okay, with a pet, especially the dogs. A lot of people don't want to be disturbed during their vacation, so it makes sense they don't allow pets. There is another buildings that they allow pets, so the pets are welcome. I think there is one hotel for the pets, but I'm not very sure. I'm gonna make some research about these subjects, the pets, because I know that you guys love your pets, your dogs or your cats, and you want to bring with you. And of course, the animals are so beautiful, are amazing. So, but here in Mexico, the Mexican, we are very different. Our pets are our pets, and they stay in the patio, or we call in the corral or in the backyard. It's not our family, it's only the pet. For us it's totally different. And we don't let that they are here inside the house sometimes, because the weather is different. I know that in Canada is so cold, the pet must be inside. That makes sense. But here in Puerto Vallarta, or in Mexico, we think like different in that. Um, Fala Alisi is host Novo. We are staying at Samba Resort. We are coming March 1st for a week. How is Novo? Novo Vallarta, Fala Alisi is great right now. Samba, you are in Samba. You are more close to Bucerias, to Sayulita, to La Cruz. So my recommendation for you, you're gonna stay 1 week, enjoy Bucerias. Recommendation for restaurant for you, you're gonna stay very close. from Bucerias, the Fat Boys. I went to the Fat Boys all this week. It's amazing, amazing restaurant, very fresh seafood. My recommendation over there in Bucerias is in the middle of the flea market in Bucerias. Go over there. My recommendation. The beach is beautiful, but the best beaches, Fala Alisi, are on the south of Puerto Vallarta. But the beaches of Bucerias are great. Okay, and the beaches of Nuevo Vallarta not so great, but you are very close to Bucerias, so maybe your beach is gonna be okay. The Samba is like an average hotel. It's all inclusive, but if you are sick of their food inside, go to the Fat Boys. Bucerias has a lot of restaurants on the streets, and you could have a great gastronomy over there. There, it's great. Jude Cruz says, "Is early June a good time to go weather-wise?" Summertime, Jude. June is summertime. Hot, a little bit humidity, but it's great for staying in the pool, drink some margaritas, tequila, beers. Some rains, some rains. We prepare normally the locals for cover or roof, because it's gonna start the rainy season on August, September, and October. So could be work. Yeah, it's more hot. Okay. Cassidy is saying a pet video will be great. Oscar, thank you for information. Yeah, yeah, obviously, yeah. I'm gonna make that video maybe in the future because I have more customers, but I'm trying to. Fala Lisi, you can email me. Go to my website. I'm gonna put you my website for staying in contact with Puerto Vallarta trip.com. You can send me an email over there or send me a message, and I can give you a tour over there. I don't know, or if you want more information, but it's very easy to go from Samba. You ask for a taxi or for Uber. Be aware of that. Uber and taxi don't get along. The taxi are very upset for the Uber. So sometimes go to the Samba is very difficult for an Uber because the taxi driver is gonna block you, and that situation is very awful. And maybe you can use the taxis, and then when you stay in Bucerias, you can ask an Uber. Be aware, only don't ask the Uber very close from the taxi spot. Go walk 1 block, 2 block away from the taxi drivers and ask the Uber over there, because that's very difficult. Uber is legal in Nayarit and in Jalisco, but the taxi drivers are more upset, especially the taxi drivers on the Royal Decameron Resort. They're gonna block you, and they're gonna give you the worst experience in your life in if you take an Uber from there. Okay, just be aware of that. Brian Howe says see you in May. We must meet for beers. Yeah, of course, Brian. Craig Thompson say, Oscar, thanks for talking about June. Last week I said we had rescheduled from March to September, and you say not a good idea. We have booked 2 weeks in June now too. Maybe see you then. Okay, yeah, great. June could work, Craig. Yeah. Okay. Jose Luis is asking, can you pick up people up at the airport if we arrange with you? Talking about that, maybe I'm going to stop for a while to do that, because I try to get a license, a permission for pickup legally from the airport. I can't park right now my car in the parking area of the airport. There is another parking area crossing the bridge in the airport, and the taxi drivers are they want money. They want money because they say this is our spot. You can pick it up people from here. I want money. So I talked with those guys and I said, okay, but this is my first time. I don't know that. I know that it's corruption. I know that you can't do that. But I don't want to fight, and I don't want to have a bad experience with my customers. So I'm gonna give you a job. So for some customers asking me transportation, 4 people, 5 people, we can use the taxi drivers, but that's going to increase the cost of transportation. Obviously, I'll be with you, no worries, but this gonna be increase in the transportation. So there is no option anymore for me from picking up people from the airport. It's very difficult. For one part, is the law over there don't allow only the taxi drivers inside the airport, and for another part, the corruption outside for the taxi drivers. So I don't want to be stressed. So for now, I'm gonna say no. I don't pick it up people from the airport, not anymore. Only the customers that I already schedule, and I need to pay those guys. I just try to get along with the taxi drivers. Some taxi drivers know me and they know my work too, and they say, it's okay, it's Oscar. And others not. I need to negotiate. It's like that. But I think no, not anymore. Pick it up people from the airport. It's difficult, and the prices are gonna high. It's better. I think it's better. You get the taxi drivers from the airport. There is no expensive. It's the correct fee. Okay. Fala Alicis, Oscar, I want to go fishing. Can I rent a fishing rod for a week? I want to fish in early morning. Yes, of course. Go to my website or email me, and it's better to go to my website and send me a message through my website, and I can give you recommendation, and you can rent from me, and I can set up all the fishing trip for you. Okay, and I'm gonna give you a budget. Depends how many people, how many hours. Normally at least 4 hours, but for fishing you need 6 hours at least for fishing, and the boats are great. Okay, and they can pick you up from the Nuevo Vallarta. It's very near from you. It's in taxis like 10 minutes. It's in the same area where you are, and you can go to fishing over there. Okay, so go to my website and send me a message over there. Okay, and I can give you set up right away the trip. Yeah, I'm trying to doing better service with you, because sometimes a lot of people try to stop you to make some business, and it's difficult here in Mexico. A lot of companies just shut down because everybody try to get some money from you. It's difficult sometimes, and that's why I'm gonna stop the pickups from the airports. Like 3 years ago, before COVID, we can pick up people from the airport. Right now, it's not possible. Jose Luis, muchas gracias. Yes, the honest is one of my signature for my services, because my prices, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, my prices are not for transportation is getting too expensive, I think, and I think it's not worth it. Some people, they want that I go pick it up for them, and They want still they want the service still the no matter the price. But it's because sometimes I need to pay parking area. I need to stay almost sometimes I stay 2 hours waiting for my customers. I know there is the customs. They're taking a lot of time. Sometimes they are the last customers, and it's difficult. And I'm stay over there and I'm paying and paying and paying the parking area, and it's not cheap. It's expensive over there. And then right now is the taxi drivers. So the only solution that I found is to make friends to the taxi drivers and get you better price with them, and that we use the taxi drivers. But what is the point if you need to cross the bridge anyway? And it's like, no, it's I'm gonna recommend you take the taxi inside or cross the bridge wherever you need. But yes, this is the problem, and it's the same with Uber. It's the same with Didi. There is all the same. Those spaces, the airport, the bus station are exclusive federal license and exclusive for those guys. They gonna if you take some money from their wallets, they're gonna fight you. So it's better to make business with them. There's no other solutions, okay? But I don't want to fight, so it's better to do that like that. Okay, well, the thing is the Puerto Vallarta here, it's great, great weather. Right now it's kind of a little bit hot. The last week was cool, but during the day it's a little bit hot. Then in the night it's cooler, so it's great. Sometimes you need to use some sweater. Well, for us, because we are used to the hot, and for us sometimes is cool, is cooler. And then in the night you are sweating. You need to turn on the fan. We don't use the air conditioner in these days, but it's turned like a little bit more hot. Yes, Fala Lisi, we can do the tour. I have a video on my YouTube channel. Check it about Miss Maloya. But we need to. I need to see you in another part. Please send me the email and for setup all that you need. Okay, and I'm gonna help you with that. But everything is possible. Yeah, we can do that. Um, and okay, we have 10 minutes more for talking about what you need, guys. Puerto Vallarta is still great. It's still great, and we can do a lot of things here in Puerto Vallarta. Okay. Fala Lisi says we have 2 feet of snow. Wow, we have like, I don't know how I can say, it's like 2 feet of sand, of white sands, and clear waters and nice beaches here. It's amazing. I know that you are suffering over there. You are from Canada, Fala Alisi, but here in Puerto Vallarta, oof, it's the paradise. It's the paradise. Yes, it's amazing. Uh, I strongly recommend, if you can change or you can move from this hotel, go to the North Hotel Zone. There is a video in my YouTube channel, and check the beaches, check the place. It's amazing. It's all walking distance, a lot of services. Um, it's amazing over there. Samba is too way. It's too far away from everything. It's only the tourist area. It's only hotels. There is not the town. There is not the people. You can see nothing over there. Just to stay. If you are in your house, like closure, you're gonna stay here in nice hotel, but closure again. No, go outside. Go to the downtown of Puerto Vallarta. Explore the city. It's amazing. It's very safe, and it's amazing. Uh, I think everybody can tell you that here in my YouTube channel. But Puerto Vallarta, it's amazing. No, yeah, yeah, it's changed a lot. Yes, from Canada we came to PB in 1988 for the first time. Wow, I was in that time I was in Manzanillo, to the south of Puerto Vallarta, and yeah, it's totally different right now. But Manzanillo changed a lot, and Puerto Vallarta is still the same. I mean, the streets not make sense. Where's the money? But fala Alicia, okay, just go to my website, send me the message, and we can set up a meeting, or we can set up the fishing trip and the Miss Maloya trip. Just tell me how many people, and I'm gonna give you tips or budget for all your activities. Okay. Well, if you have any questions, I think I'm gonna say thank you very much for all your support. Thank you for hiring me. I know that some of you are here in Puerto Vallarta. We had a great time this week. Amazing. Thank you very much. My recommendation, if you're gonna stay here, go to Sayulita, go to the Si Senor, uh, go to Bucerias, to the Fat Boys restaurants, go to Happy Lobster here in Puerto Vallarta is another great recommendation. Canto del Mar in Los Muertos Beach, there is another great recommendation for restaurants. You remember, those restaurants don't pay me nothing. I just recommend it because they are great places. Never disappoint me and my customers. Craig Thompson is asking, has the bridge reopened yet? No, they delayed again the reopening. It's gonna be opening in March, at the end of the March, maybe. Okay, so yeah, because we need to stay ready for Semana Santa for April. So you know, the government, the authorities, you know. Aloha State of Mind is asking, how much do you live on each month, Oscar? How much do you live? I don't understand your question. Okay. How much? Okay. Aloha. Every month, my spend is like, or my budget must be at least 800 US dollars, at least 800 US dollars. Before COVID, my incomes was 1500 US dollar per month. Yeah, but at least 800 US dollar. I'd be happy with 1500 or 2100. Peter, thank you. Say thank you, Oscar. See you in 37 days. Counting down now. Yeah, of course. See you. And yeah, it's and we are two adults and two kids, but the prices of the stuffs here are very high right now. I mean, I buy today in the tianguis, in the flea market, almost 400 pesos, that is 20 US dollar, of veggies and fruits for like 2 or 3 days, and it was 20 US dollars almost. That is expensive. The last week was like 10 US dollar. Right now it's going up. Everything is going up, but in Craig said, has gasoline got expensive in PB? It is 1.6 can per liter here now. Well, the gasoline is 20 23. Well, the best quality we call the green is the lower quality. We have two kinds of gasoline, and the red is the best quality. It's like for the green is 20, 22, and for the red is 23. No more than 23.5. So I think it's kind of the same. If there is it's Canadian dollars, right? Because it's like almost $1 per liter, so it's expensive. Yeah, Aloha still reminds inflation is happening everywhere. Yeah, it's expensive. Well, the gasoline is still stable. The price is stabilized with this president. Stabilized. With the last president was like we are in 12 pesos per liter to 20 pesos per liter, and with the new president it's still stabilized, so it's great. It's expensive, but it's still no up, no down. So okay, it's still the same price. Well, that's all for now, my friends. Thank you very much for all your support. I'm going to put more videos next week, at least 2 or 3. The exchange is like 40, 50, no, 14 to 15 pesos more or less. But two banks, C banks, Fala Alisi, C Bank, and Banco Azteca for exchange. If you want to exchange in the airport, it's like 12 or 11, and in the lobbies or the hotels it's kind of the same. So yeah, okay, you have my doubts, email me and we can set up your transportation activities or any kind of information. Or if you want to talk with me, just email me. I'm gonna be at your service. Okay, thank you very much, Jose Luis. Gracias, thank you very much. Cray, Fala, Aloha, Peter, thank you very much for your support. Brian, thank you very much. Cassidy, Jude, thank you everybody. Uncle Chocos, thank you very much. Teresa, see you in the next days, the next week. I hope to see you all here in Puerto Vallarta. Enjoy. Bye bye.